Tonight, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's a special Christmas night edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
It is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift
Christmas
to the
night,
NFL
baby.
as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be let out for number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And the guys on the other side of the ball know they'll have to be on their toes. And it's obviously not just the passing, but the running element that makes him dangerous. He ran for over 100 yards in that game last week. So keeping him contained will be a big emphasis for this defense.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 22 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
11 touchdowns on the ground this season, and the pride really extends throughout the entire offense. And in this case, I'm focusing on the offensive line. The leverage, the ability to get downfield, make that extra block in order to give him more space to run. They really look forward to him carrying the football because they're going to get him to the end zone.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And he's got this down to the 35. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Fletcher Cox, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Lance looking to throw it. A good throw here, finding Pascal. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team,
42,
defensive
15.
tackles. Because we
Guess they're trying to take that division back.
Allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself.
Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
Come on.
Assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
And Myers able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So the Steelers offense getting set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
Is anybody going to block him?
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's going to have this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 29. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. There's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson.
Holy
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And
God
it was scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So, Charles, the season winding down. The playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Fights loose. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early.
Come on.
Right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape.
God bless
They stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket.
Here's the chain. God bless Texas.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Raiders beat the Broncos?
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Lance to throw on 2nd down here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Fletcher Cox in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
A big pickup, 18 yards, but they still stop him well short of the marker. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Myers' kick is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Come
from
on,
the 25, they work
son.
this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, Jeff. Yep. Remember, with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And remember, this drive started
ridiculous
following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back.
Thank you.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here's Lance to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown! Zach Pascal with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And he takes it all the way down to the 3. An even 100 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
How about our reigning AFC Player of the Week, hot-footing it into the secondary on that run?
Yeah, nice long run. That's what got him the award a week ago. Maybe he's trying for 2 in a row here this week. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. P. Ryan is in the zone for a Steeler touchdown. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they're able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown, we saw the payoff, but of course that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
Well now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st down, Mack. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A nice run there, 9 yards.
Engage Aiden.
And it'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, it's Mack. Nifty move. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, 49ers.
Dog fight.
Marlon Mack
That's okay.
with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is now 13. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And Charles, you can't really fault him. He's over 100 yards already. He's not the reason they're losing.
And that is really unusual, because ordinarily when you've set the tone this way and have run it this effectively, usually your team's in control. So it's a very strange situation. And you're right, you can't fault him. He's done a great job for his team thus far.
Yes, and he's saying, feed me on the sidelines. Now will they continue to do it?
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He'll drop to throw. Yeah, that one's going to
does a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Flushed out right. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2nd and 8 coming up. They hand this off to Harris. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll run on first down. Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll try and run with Harris, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Boswell for the extra point.
Revenge there for old K-Pick. Just got to get a stop.
And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. What a drive that was. 16 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Here. I'm just trying to dig out of this hole I put myself in.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 30 seconds remain in this first half as they come up here 1st and 10. And the Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Oh, come on.
Is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Out to his left.
Here we go.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just
good job, boys.
No good. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. Russell Gage, over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we take the long trip across the country, about as far as you can go. Check on the Seahawks in Seattle. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. James Robinson. What a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
What? I guess they're talking about the Panthers and Washington football team.
Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. McFarland running out of the gun, and he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Oh,
rolling, and he can't find the receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw, it's Lance.
Come on, bro.
They juked him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play there on the scramble.
All right. The man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield, Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work. We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Lance now on 3rd and goal. That'll be caught by Ayuk. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. They'll try and throw for it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
When it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Looking sideline, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
High throw, but the catch is made. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun.
What's up, bitch?
He's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Now here's another carry for Harris. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Let's fucking go.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over at buck 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Pirine. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 31. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. A give to Harris. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with Harris.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Guessing, huh? Wait.
All the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 182 yards rushing for him now as he closes in on a 200-yard night. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Harris.
Yes!
He's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Oswell good with the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Oswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
No, well, I am, but because of myself. But
and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Marlon Mack now heading back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for this with Mack. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. That incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. That possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Lance now to throw. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Now Lance. And Kittle catching the slant. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. On first down, Mack. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Fucking out here running the goddamn offense like fucking Aaron Rodgers.
The Lance going to throw. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Mack. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. On 2nd and goal, Lance, flush to his right, and across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. Extra point up and through by Myers, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
If I win this game, I'm going to fucking there.
And the Steelers getting set and ready for their next possession. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw.
Oh, I didn't mean to throw it there.
And this one is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. That's caught inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. On 2nd and 9, Lance, middle of the field, he finds Pascal. Even with the nice move, can't go very far, stops short of the 30. Only 3 yards on the catch, it's 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 197 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Harris. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
I used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This is Harris. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a carry for Pirine. And he'll go down at the 28.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They run with Harris, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So Lance and the Niners down by 1. 1:14 to go. Their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Back to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the The Steelers have just about sewn up this football game. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Pirine. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown puts him up 7. But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for 2, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. That's really good with an extra point. And the lead is up to 8. There's one now to kick it away after the touchdown. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Steelers, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the slide continues as they drop now to 3-12. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Fred Warner was everywhere. I just started off the game bad and it fucking spiraled. But I got the momentum back. Look at that. Thanks everybody for coming out. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.